Believers say they can be up to 10 feet tall and weigh more than 1,000 pounds. But could a giant creature like that really be lurking in our woods? Bigfoot sightings have been reported across the nation, but one small town in Colorado seems to have more activity than most.
Bailey's becoming known as a Bigfoot hotspot.
Nestled against the Pike National Forest, Bailey is home to about 9,000 residents, tons of wildlife, and potentially dozens of Sasquatches.
He met a local lady who had just had a Bigfoot sighting, and he was so excited because he said, "Wow, that means they're here."
Jim and Daphne Myers co-own the Sasquatch Outpost in town, home of all things squatchy, including evidence of their existence.
He put this big map up on the wall, and people just started coming in, and they wanted to tell us their sightings and their stories. And I have to admit, I started off as I was just humoring him. And as these people started coming in and telling their stories, I had to say, wow, you really did see this two-legged hairy creature, and you're not making this up. So I became a believer myself.
This was an imprint of an elk's body we found in the snow. It had been running and it was defecating as it ran, which I don't see very often when I'm hunting. The strange thing was there were no elk prints leaving this site. There were no predator prints, there was no blood, and there was no body, no elk body. And the elk was gone. So we just never know what we're gonna find when we go out.
The back of the shop has now been transformed into a Bigfoot museum and a place to let your imagination run wild.
This is a frame from the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot footage. It was filmed in 1967 in Northern California. Still to date is the quintessential Bigfoot sighting. There was no technology in 1967 to create a suit that had breasts that bounced. Even the Academy Award-winning costume designer for the original Planet of the Apes said he could not have made a suit like this. They know she was 7 feet 6 inches tall, and by the impression of her feet in the sand and just the body mass, they estimated she weighed in the realm of 900 pounds.
But if the stories and evidence in the Bigfoot Museum aren't enough to convince you, you can sign up for one of their squatching adventures and head out into the woods to search for your own evidence, which is exactly what photojournalist Ray Harless and I did next. Ray, we're going squatching.
Abby and Ray from Fox 21 News in Colorado Springs, and Daphne is with us, and Kevin Lynn. And we're gonna see what activity we can get tonight.
That's a dog.
That's a dog. They hoop, they scream, they talk, they chatter, like you hear people talking in the woods, but you can't make out the words. They knock on trees and clack rocks together. And this stick is my tree knocker. So when we get back farther, we'll knock some and see if anybody's out there who wants to knock back. Woo! Nobody wants to play yet.
That scared me.
Whoa! Why don't one of you ladies try a call? See what happens. Why don't you try, Abby?
Whoop.
We've hooped, we've whatever Kevin does, screech, howls,
I think Ray meowed once.
meowed, we've whistled, we've not had any replies so far.
While we didn't have any encounters on our Squatch Watch, others say they have, and not too far from where we were. In late July of this year, Kevin Lynn and a friend set up camp along the Colorado Trail in the Lost Creek Wilderness area.
Starting to get dark, and so we decided we needed to try to find a flat area to set up camp and also get a fire going. So we did some calls and some tree knocks that night, and after about I'd say 11 p.m. or so, we kind of settled in and decided to just go ahead and call it a night. Probably 2, 3 o'clock in the morning again, we heard loud tree knocks and whooping or calls from some sort of creature or more than one, because we were hearing things from behind our tent as well as out in front of our tent.
This is the actual audio Kevin says he recorded that night.
And the only thing we could figure is they were maybe calling between each other and they knew we were there. We were actually got to a point where we just couldn't go to sleep again because it was repeated for a few hours.
So is Bigfoot out there?
Give me an hour and an open mind and I'll convince you.
Do you believe?
It only takes one sighting and you're an instant believer.
Hello and good evening, actually, from the Haunted Minds. Look who I recruited this year. I got Justin Chambers, I got Joe Cole, and I got Ray back there running camera. What's up, Ray? Yeah, sorry, this guy, I'm not gonna be able to go on the
really?
this
Shocking.
year, guys. I'm sorry, I'm on camera,
That's
dude.
weird.
I don't know how it happened.
Shocking how you pulled us two out and then you miraculously pulled out of the deal when we all got here.
Well, yeah, I know a guy. So anyway, so I love the fact that you're going to be donning the GoPro here first, so we can get that flattering angle of you.
It's very flattering. And by the way, just so you know, this is not my thing.
Okay.
But I did come prepared. I brought a pull-up.
Is that a pull-up? Is that those big boy pants?
Yeah, it's a big boy
Okay,
pants
good.
with a pirate on it.
That really is. That is.
John, I live up this way and I drive by Haunted Minds all the time, and I love when the Haunted Minds sign comes up, because I know it's the sign of the season.
Yeah.
But yet, I'm still terrified.
Yeah. No.
So.
And I'm really excited to capture it all on tape.
Great.
So
Thanks.
You guys ready?
I'm old, so just know.
We have a medic over there. Might need a new anchor tonight. All right. All right. Well, let's go.
All right, that's one heart attack.
Welcome to my freak show. We're looking for new acts. Would any of you care to volunteer?
The Wheel of Mischief?
Sure, I'll play.
Justin convinced me to push a button, or he pushed a button, I don't know, but he made me stand there and something violently blew at my legs.
Ah! Gosh! That sprayed me.
It scared me to death.
The chainsaw is by far my favorite. That maze. It's terrifying, but also a lot of fun.
Hey! We're gonna play a game. It's called 3, 2, Run!
Chainsaw is so much fun because everybody is scared of a chainsaw, even if you say you aren't. I know you are. They're loud, they're scary, and everybody's just scared of them, and everybody scatters as soon as they get in the maze, and that's the best part.
That's a real chainsaw.
Find a happy place. Find a happy place.
They're relentless. They don't stop. Like, they're just in your face, and they don't stop until you leave their area, and then they come back.
There's a big thing right there. It's kind of weird. Okay. I'm sorry.
And then they still go after you. And then you go to another area, and then they come back again. So they don't ever leave you alone. So they're great, but I'm glad that I'm not inside there anymore.
The other thing that was a little creepy to me, I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you, is when they come up and really try and talk to you and engage you.
This is where I like. This is my dance space. This is your dance space.
And connect with you. I don't like that connection. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That probably would fit. Yes, roll tide. I want to be left alone.
I think it's just really interesting seeing how, and exciting, seeing how they're going to react, how much it creeps them out.
Okay, I'm out of here. Stop! This isn't part of it! This can't be part of it! I'm outside of the thing now!
We hate them, they hate us. It's just kind of how it goes.
It's the rivalry game everyone has been waiting for, and when the Tigers finally got to see the ice rink in the middle of Coors Field for the first time.
I can't even put it into words, you know, just walking up out of the dugout and stepping onto the field was incredible. It's indescribable, and you know, I was just kind of in awe walking around out there. This is what you dream of as a kid, you know, 30,000 fans, big commercial stadium. It's going to be great.
Since the team is playing in the middle of a professional baseball stadium, some of the players are planning on some different types of goal celebrations.
Maybe throw my glove up in the air and hit it with my stick. Probably won't happen, but you know.
And while getting to play outside for these players may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, they expect this new environment will bring different challenges.
Things like the seats are a dark green color, you know, the puck's black, so it kind of blends in a little bit.
Tigers head coach Mike Havlin pleased with the players' performance in practice, but expects the team will face a few obstacles during the game.
You know, it's going to be a little bit of an issue, I think, is the wind and maybe the shadows from the lights.
CC lost to DU on Thursday. Coach Havlin says in order for the team to leave Coors Field with a win, the Tigers need to shut down the Pioneers' top line.
They all can skate, and you know, they got a pretty good chemistry going on. So we got to finish, you know, checks on them and make sure that we're taking their time and space away from them.
They know what they want for their future, and they want to serve our country.
70 local high school students nominated to 4 of the most prestigious service academies in the country: West Point, the Naval Academy, Air Force Academy, and the Merchant Marine Academy.
The United States has given me so many opportunities and given me a great education. It feels like it's my responsibility to pay back for everything it's given me.
With so few of us, I think to be chosen for it, you just feel very honored, and you feel like you have a duty to your country, that, you know, you're the best of the best and you can do what you can do to help your country.
Each student endured a rigorous application process involving essays, examples of leadership and commitment, and a 3-person panel interview. From there, each was given a score on their overall application, leaving it up to Congressman Lamborn to select his nominees.
But they have such potential and such high character and such accomplishments. It just really warms my heart to be part of this process.
My heart stopped for a second because it's just kind of like all those years of activities and finally the interview and finally getting that phone call is kind of all my dreams are starting to come together.
Brian Trentman.
Nominees will now wait to hear from their academies as to whether they've been accepted, but accepted or not, Congressman Lamborn says just getting to rub shoulders with kids of this merit is a true honor.
There are some real potential future leaders here, and it's great to see the caliber of young people that are being raised up in our communities.
In Colorado Springs, Kaylin McMacken, Fox 21 News.